You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
We're going to introduce you to Roundup River Ranch, and we just overall have a great Friday show for you. So fill up that cup of coffee, get a comfy seat on the couch, because Good Morning Vail, the Friday edition, starts right now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to our show for Friday, 2 hours, 7 to 9. Kim in the studio. I'm up here at the base of Gandhi 1 just to showcase what has happened up here in the past 24 to 36 hours. I think they reported, 3 to 4 inches of snow down here at the base. When I drove in this morning, it was dark enough so I could look up on the hill and see the lights. You could see that there was some snowmaking going on up around Swingsville, Cappuccino, which is above Mid-Vail, where they put all that new snowmaking in, 3-4 years ago. And as of now, 29 days, including today and opening day, November the 10th, we'll be skiing and snowboarding right here once again. It's a beautiful sight, really pretty with the trees, the autumn, the colors, the oranges, the yellows. We have some green, and then just the snow up against it really makes it pop. Your weather for the day today, we're going to see mostly sunny skies. Once this little bit of cloud cover burns off, the system has passed on through. We are going to see 29 first thing this morning. We'll see a high of about 50 degrees in Vail, probably 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Your hourly forecast, 20s to start, 40s midday, 50 around 3 o'clock. Mostly cloudy to start, sunshine returns, and we should have a relatively clear evening also. Denver temperatures today, 56 degrees, mostly sunny skies along the Front Range, and then low 50s for Vail, Avon, and Eagle, and sunshine taking over once again for all of Eagle County. This snow system pushed on through, left in its wake some white snow for us just to kind of be thinking about what's coming around the corner here, because we are starting to ramp up into wintertime. Tonight we're going to see a low of 21 degrees, clear skies, sun setting at 6:31. And don't forget tomorrow, the annual solar eclipse. No, the lunar eclipse. That's going to be happening tomorrow. And we are in a place here in Eagle County where if it's clear out, we should be able to see it. It's going to be basically tracking from Oregon all the way down towards Texas. We're going to see 56 for a high on Saturday, mostly sunny skies. Sunny for Sunday and Monday with mid-60s for temperatures in Vail. For Tuesday, we're going to see a high of 67, mostly sunny skies also for Tuesday. And then for Wednesday, 57, partly cloudy skies with a 30% chance of some moisture in our lows all the way through the rest of the week into the weekend, upper 20s and low 30s. So definitely a little bit of a tease of things to show up and things to come. And I think we are in a El Nino year. So I think that's going to be actually La Nina year. So that's a good thing for us here in Eagle County. We had good snow last year. We're going to pray for it once again for this year so we can really enjoy all this beauty we have behind us. All right, let's talk about something happening right here in Vail this weekend, tomorrow and on Sunday, taking place kind of around the Solaris area, the I Bridge area, Checkpoint Charlie. It's the Free Fall Bluegrass Festival. So we've got 2 days of bluegrass music. I think 9 to 10 bands will be performing over the course of Saturday and Sunday. They're going to have a kids area set up for the kids to get out and enjoy and play and stay busy so the parents can have some food and have some cocktails and enjoy some great bluegrass music. I think first out we have the Bluegrass Generals tomorrow. We also have the Drew Emmett Band. along with, like I said, 7, 8, 9 more other bands on top of that. You can go to Freefall Music Festival, freefallbluegrassfest.com for more information. You can also go to discovervail.com to find out about that event and just other stuff tracking what's coming up next. You can put it into the calendar and see what's right around the corner. And then we can also talk about opening day for Vail and for Beaver Creek because it's not too far away. All right, we're going to take a quick break from our Friday edition of Good Morning Vail. And when we come back, we're going to introduce you to Roundup River Ranch. We'll be right back.
Good morning, Vail.
Lions Head Jewelers Fossil and Mineral Gallery. Located in the heart of Lions Head Village for over a decade, our 4,000 square foot gallery boasts a one-of-a-kind experience that cannot be found anywhere else in Vail. We carry the most exquisite array of fine jewelry, high-end minerals, and museum-quality fossils. We invite you to come in and explore all the history and beauty that nature has to offer.
Hi, it's Julio from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you on 92"? Because we're always bringing you more. More Good Morning Vail from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More local coverage with Vail Vibes and Covered Bridge on TV8. More opportunities to participate with new roundtable panels on mountain perspectives and our new Spanish programming block coming this fall. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or our website at tv8vail.com.
Thank you for watching Good Morning Vail. Have an amazing day. Get on out there, soak up that sunshine. We'll see you tomorrow right here for more Good Morning Vail. Bye, everyone. Hi, I'm Gretchen Bleshaw. You might recognize me from the Glitz and Glam with Gretchen. Maybe you hear my voice on the radio from time to time or see me out at a concert or two. I love concerts. If you see me out, the long mermaid hair, I'm almost 6 foot tall. It's hard to miss. Come and say hi, give me a high five, and make sure to watch me right here on TV8.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to this Friday, the 13th edition of Good Morning Vail. Mark, great to see you out in the snow. Very excited. I love seeing that winter report. But this first segment is very important. Ben had a conversation with the medical leadership at Roundup River Ranch to talk about all the things that they provide to children and families who are suffering with terminal illnesses or incurable diseases. Let's have a conversation.
We are here at the Roundup River Ranch with Dr. Todd Vermeer and Amy Batchelor, part of the medical team here at Roundup River Ranch. So, Dr. Vermeer, tell me a little bit about how you guys support the camp here and what you guys are doing with the kids.
So in every session, we have physician and nurse volunteers who come and join us, oftentimes specialists in whatever particular disease is the focus of a camp session. And Amy and I coordinate all of those folks and help provide care, help organize everything so that when the campers get here, we get all their medications lined up for the week and can deliver whatever care they need. And then both of us and all the volunteers are around to support our activities, make sure everything's safe so that when they're doing something like climbing the climbing wall, we have a nurse or a doctor there to make sure that if anything comes up, we can take care of it right there in place rather than having to have them come here to our medical center, which is available, but we try to keep everyone out of here if we can.
So speaking of the medical center here, what level of care are you guys able to provide, and how closely are you able to kind of monitor the various campers' conditions, Amy?
Yeah, our facility is able to handle, I would say, a pretty high level of care for kids if it's needed emergency wise. We're in touch with local emergency departments and firefighters, paramedics, so they know that we're here and we have a really great relationship with them. But as far as supporting the campers, we actually have our cabin nurses live in the cabins with them. So their cabin nurses with them all the time, is with their cabin. So if anything were to come up as far as emergent, they're right there, as well as having all of their medications on standby with the nurses. They're all in the cabins with them. And so they actually have like a person right there at all times. So it feels very safe for them. Many of our campers are used to having quite close relationships with their nurses or physicians. And so it's comforting for them as well, and our parents when they drop off their kids. That can be really nerve-wracking. So they have lots of support here as far as medical goes.
And I would imagine that that's probably super encouraging for the parents when they drop their kids off. Like, it is a pretty remote location, but to have such attentive medical staff and to have such great care here is probably super relieving. Have you guys seen anything with the kids and how just like having that little bit of extra support kind of helps the kids kind of relax and let go?
Yeah, it's amazing for the kids and for the parents. You know, for the kids, we have a medical review process we go through for all of the campers, and we'll see notes from parents about how they tire out in the afternoon and will probably need a wheelchair because they can't walk very far. And we see these kids come and they hike down to the climbing wall and they do the whole ropes course with no slowing down and no need for a wheelchair. And it's wonderful to see because they just get in an environment where they're with other kids, they're doing it, they want to do it, and they're not being held back. And for the parents, I think one of the most powerful experiences I had this summer was right here where we're sitting, telling parents to turn off their glucose monitoring for their child. The child had an implanted glucose monitor that connects with the phone and gives alerts. And we took that over. We said, all right, I've got it on my phone. We've got it on the cabin nurse's phone. You turn it off because we've got this. And they were able to go have 4 or 5 days by themselves and not having to worry about the glucose monitor. That is a 10, 15, 20 times a day worry for that particular camper. And that's just such a wonderful gift to be able to give.
Yeah.
Such a wonderful gift to be able to give just in general here at Roundup River Ranch, and it wouldn't be possible without the medical team here. So how did you get involved, Amy, in just the program here and in this kind of care?
So we're part of the Serious Fun Children's Network. We are part of multiple camps throughout the country and the world. And I actually started my journey with Serious Fun in California at the Painted Turtle, which is another camp in a sister camp, as I like to call them. And then I have worked here in 2018, and I just came back onto site full-time recently. Yeah.
And what about you, Dr. Maria?
Well, my wife and I have been friends of camp for years and supporters, and my wife's served in a lot of volunteer capacity, including on the board. And when the medical director, who had been the founding medical director, stepped down last year, and I spoke with the folks here because I knew and said, I'd like to talk about that when it comes time, and they brought it to me when it got posted, and we talked through it, and got very excited to get to be here and be a part of everything we do.
Awesome. Do you guys specialize in any particular illnesses, or do you have kind of like a area of specialty? And is that something that happens within the Serious Fun Network, that various camps kind of specialize in particular regions of illness?
Yeah, so the way we do it, we break it down by weeks during the summer. So we have 6 summer sessions, and each one has a diagnosis-specific focus. So we have a week that focuses on cardiac disease, cancer and immune deficiencies. neurologic disorders. We have a week where it's a combination of asthma and celiac disease and things like that. And we then get we have specialist volunteers typically, mostly from the Front Range, but also some from other states who come in to spend those 5 or 6 days here. So we'll have the specialist in that particular disease area here. And then my background is emergency medicine, so I'm sort of a generalist and take care of whatever comes. But it's wonderful to have those specialists here. They do education for the staff. A lot of our summer staff, counselors and things, are college kids who are interested in medical careers, nursing careers, and so they get some educational talks out of that. And the docs love it because many of the docs who come to volunteer are seeing their patients here at camp, and it is just a wonderful experience for them to see them as kids as opposed to as patients. But then if they get sick, they know what to do for the particular issue. They can access their medical records. They can contact the other specialists who are caring for the kids and help us make a plan. We can't do much diagnostically here. We have very limited testing that we can do beyond basic infectious disease like strep and COVID and flu. But we have a lot of treatment we can provide. We are beneficiaries of a lot of gifts from Children's Hospital of Colorado. They give us a great deal of medication every year, so we have a lot of medications that you wouldn't normally have at home that are not over the counter, but because I, as a physician, Amy's actually a nurse practitioner as well, we can decide, yep, we need to give you this, we have it. If a camper shows up and doesn't have one of their medications, we may have it already, or we have some donor support to get it for the patient. We partner with our local pharmacies, Vail Health and City Market rather, and they'll get it for us. And so there's a lot we can do.
I would imagine that you guys have a pretty close working relationship, both with Vail Health and the Colorado Children's Hospital. Amy, do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so a lot of our specialists, like Todd was saying, do bring their own kiddos here. And what a great environment to have them here, because they only see them in a clinic setting. So they've put a lot of work into them. And then they get to see them like outside of the hospital. They get to see them, and nurses as well. And so we do have a close bond with Children's Hospital of Colorado, as well as other hospitals within our region. We also serve 11 states total that we can. However, like right here in the Front Range, we are able to support Denver locations and out here through those hospitals.
So speaking of the 11 states that you guys serve, is that sort of like a regional designation that like Roundup River Ranch has a region that they cover as part of the Serious Fun Network? Or you guys have like a system of illnesses that you kind of focus on, that kids from all over the country come to this location because of their particular illness?
It's more the regional delineation that the camps agree to through Serious Fun, and there is some overlap with that. But most of the camps serve a wide variety of diseases. There's a whole set of typical identified diagnoses that Serious Fun focuses on, and it tends to be things that are, more long-term challenging, require constant medication, constant monitoring. And one of the goals we have is to be able to provide a normal camp experience for kids who can't go to other camps. Every camp has a nurse providing medication, but we're providing chemotherapy, we're providing immunosuppressant medications, and watching for the side effects of that. We have nurses who are in the cabin who are helping kids who require an hour of care to have a bowel movement every day, and we're able to do that, and then get those kids up on the zip line an hour later. So we are always trying to reach out to families and kids who don't have other options and may not even know this option exists. And the transformation you see in kids who've never been to camp, or who maybe went to camp years ago but then they've been dealing with their illness, it's really magical how they just blossom here, make friends, and an important part of it is they get to know other people who are on their same journey. We're heading into a family camp weekend this weekend for specifically around epilepsy. And for a lot of the parents who will be here, it'll be their first time to hang out with other parents who have kids with similar challenges, and maybe new diagnoses, or maybe 10 years in, and share those stories and feel that community that is hard to find out in the world, because, though we see lots, they're few and far between oftentimes in the general population. So.
Well, and that's got to be such a great experience for the families and for the kids. But before I let you guys go, I've got two more questions for you. First one being, does the altitude make a big difference in standard of care? I mean, we aren't really at a low elevation here. We're probably at, 6-ish thousand feet, give or take?
63. Yep, we're at 6,300. It can make a difference, depending again on the diagnosis. So we do, like Todd said, we do serve different diagnoses, and what we do is we accommodate for that. So we serve sickle cell disease, and we also serve kiddos who might need oxygen in a cardiac disease, and so they may need more while they're here at this altitude. Most of the time, if they're traveling from Denver or even from like potentially another state that is much lower, it's really going over the passes to get here that can really be a little more of the issues. Once people are here, though, we're able to manage all of those things too, because of donors, and they have donated medical equipment and things like that, so we can have oxygen in the cabin. Everything is universal here, accessibly, and so they can take that oxygen tank portably up the zip line and go on down with it, no problem. I think one of the greatest things is, like Todd was mentioning, is how these kids blossom. There is this concept that I like to call the Me Too feeling. When a kid meets another kid that has either gone through the same journey as them or has something similar to them, maybe that's a medical device, maybe they both have the same diagnoses. I know this summer I just walked by these two 12-year-old boys. They're just sitting on the grass reading, and one of them just looked at the other one and they're like, oh, what kind of like cancer did you have? And he said the exact same thing that he did, and they both like paused and also just smiled and then went back to reading and like playing. It was like not a big deal, but it also, you could tell they had to pause to be like, oh my gosh, there's someone the same as me. Their family members, their school, like they don't always have that opportunity. And it's so powerful to know that they're not alone. It just changes everything.
It's absolutely incredible, and it's so great that you guys are here and such an amazing organization. If anybody was watching us who perhaps had medical training or was interested in getting involved in volunteering for your program, how could they reach out to you guys, and what's the process in getting involved in the medical side of volunteering here at Roundup River Ranch?
It's similar to any volunteer opportunities we have here. It's an application through our website initially, and then that then sends them to interview with either Amy or myself, and we do that online just as a Zoom interview to get to know them and find out what their interest is, what their background is. And we have a wide range of opportunities. I mean, throughout camp there's lots of volunteering, but for specifically physicians, nurses, nurse practitioners, PAs, we love having them come, and sometimes it's people who are very focused specifically in the disease, and a lot of those folks come from the Front Range, from Children's and Rocky Mountain Hospital for kids. And we've got a lot of folks who've been involved for a long time, but then we're getting newer people as well who are just coming out of their training or in their training. But really the easiest way is to start on the website, and then it comes to us to get in touch and get to know them and learn more about them and let them learn more about camp and what our opportunities are like.
Awesome. And that website is roundupriverranch.org, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Awesome. Dr. Todd Vermeer, Amy Batchelor, thank you guys so much for joining us. I know you guys have a lot to get ready for Family Week, but thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you.
Good morning, Vail.
Hi, I'm Gretchen Pleshaw, host at TV8 Vail. From fashion to food, from film to festivals, experience a unique look at the boutiques, spas, restaurants, and venues that make the Valley so special. Join me for Glitz and Glam. Find it in Good Morning Vail or at our website at tv8vail.com. I can't wait for our next adventure.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
My name is Tyler Alvarez. I work here at Sweet Basil in Vail. I'm a bartender here. I originally came to Vail to snowboard. I slept on my sister and my cousin's couch for what was supposed to be a week, turned into 2 months, and then I found my own spot, and then kind of made friends and worked different places in the valley and kind of just fell in love with it more and more every single day, and ended up finding my way to Sweet Basil through some friends who had worked here and all the great things that I heard about it. And yeah, I've been here for 4 years now. It's hard to wake up in Vail and be upset when you look outside. It's just beautiful. My favorite part about working at Sweet Basil is definitely that I could be proud about everything that we're putting out, whether it's food, drinks. We also get to be really creative here. The bartenders, the whole team here, we workshop our menus every season, so we'll start with a spirit or an ingredient, and then we get to be really creative and make a whole project of it. And then when we get the final product, it's a drink that we're all really proud of for the whole menu, and that's super fun, just being able to be creative and work with new things. And the most fun cocktails to make, though, are definitely the ones that we get to create from scratch. When people take a sip and say, oh my God, this is delicious, or they just love it. And that's probably the most fun for me, the creativity behind it and making unique cocktails. That, for me, that would be the most fun drink to make, just the one that you start from scratch and then people are excited about. I'm Tyler, I live and work in Vail. Come see me at Sweet Basil.
Welcome aboard! Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
Good morning, Vail.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the show. That was some great information with Roundup River Ranch. Ben did a great interview with the doctors down there. It's a great facility located not far from where we are here in the Vail Valley. Weather for the day. Let me just show you what's happening out here. Look at how pretty these trees are right now. Come on now. Look at that. Spectacular with the snow on them. It looks great. Our weather today, snow's passed on through. I think we're done with snow here for the next 4 or 5 days. We have sunshine coming our way once this cloud cover burns off. And then we should see sunshine, really for the most part, throughout the beginning to the middle of next week. 29 for a start, first thing in Vail at 8 o'clock today. We'll see a high in Vail of around 50 degrees. Cloud cover to start, then mostly sunny skies, and some of these clouds are already starting to burn off, and that sun will be up here real soon. 29 at 8 o'clock today, 41 at noon, 46 at 4 p.m., 35 tonight at 8 o'clock. Clear skies tonight, sunshine this afternoon. Denver temperatures today, 56 with mostly sunny skies. For Vail, 50 degrees. For Avon, 51. For Eagle, 52. And sunshine for all of Eagle County today and through the weekend. Tonight we're going to see a low of 21 degrees, clear skies. Our sun setting at 6:31 with a slight breeze. And then for the weekend, Saturday and Sunday for the Bluegrass Festival, and also further another event coming up in Avon that I'll talk about here in just a little bit. We're going to see 56 for Saturday, 62 for Sunday. Sunny for Saturday, sunny for Sunday. Then the start of next week, 65 for Monday, sunshine. 67 for Tuesday, mostly sunny skies. And then we have a 30% chance of maybe something rolling on in on Wednesday. We're looking at probably a high of about 57 degrees. So pretty mild weekend. Temperatures for the weekend are going to be pretty nice too. Looks like we're going to see those temperatures in the 60s. So most of the snow that we're seeing at this elevation probably going to kind of melt away. But with that being said, what we have, and I know you can't really see it. Well, we can't see it. No, I can't see it either right now. But when I drove in, I saw the snowmaking happening. I want to kind of give you an update on our local resorts. Well, 2 of the local resorts that always kind of are in contention for being the first ski resort in Colorado to open. So Arapahoe Basin, which is over towards Keystone, over towards Silverthorne, Frisco, and Dillon. And then you've got Loveland, which is right there through the Eisenhower Tunnel. A-Basin, if you can look at that snow stake, A-Basin was the first resort to open in Colorado last year on October the 23rd. The year before that, they opened on October the 17th at Snow Stake. already looking pretty ripe. It looks pretty good to see that much snow this early. And you know that snow's probably mid-mountain. And then the other resort, not too far away from Arapahoe Basin, a little bit lower in elevation, actually higher in elevation, would be Loveland Ski Resort. And that's going to be on the east side of the Eisenhower and Johnson tunnels. And their snow stake, once again, robust also. It looks really good there also. They opened on November the 3rd of last year. And then the year before that, they opened on October the 30th. So, you know, they're always competing, the two resorts. For the past couple years, it has been A-Basin, but this could be Loveland's year. It's just kind of a luck of the draw. You know, they're both kind of in that same microclimate storm cycle. So usually the weather that hits A-Basin also hits Loveland. It's all about, you know, what they have for snowmaking potential and what their temperatures are. They're going to have those consistent temperatures. You know, during the daytime would be great, but definitely in the evening time every night so they can keep blowing snow. So we're looking towards probably Halloweenish at the latest for one of those two resorts to open, which is really a couple weeks away. And then Vail will open in 29 days. Beaver Creek's going to open on November the 22nd, which is 41 days away from today. And then we have also Keystone and Breckenridge and all of our other local resorts too. But this is the time to be thinking about getting your body in shape. I need to think about that. And also take a look at your gear and see what kind of shape your ski and snowboard gear is, because you probably just tucked it away after the season ended. Give it some love, and it'll give the love back to you in a great way up on the mountain in 29 days. I did get a text from Gretchen just recently, and she's like, I am so excited. 29 days right around the corner. She wants to do opening day with me here in Vail. She wants me to wear my jorts with leggings underneath them. She has a funny thing with my jorts. I think we all do. Anyways, we're taking a quick break. When we come back, we're going to introduce you to an internet sensation, TikTok sensation, TED Talker, Graham Lutz. We'll be right back.
Good morning, Vail.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tv8vail.com y nuestra página de Facebook TV8 Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Well, Archer and I are going to get headed on further down the trail, but I hope you'll catch up with us a little bit later. Hi, I'm Ben Roof, and I'm one of the new hosts here at TV8. I'm so excited to share all of my explorations throughout the Vail Valley with my dog Archer, where we'll be taking you to hiking trails, biking trails, maybe we'll go rafting, fishing, or whatever else we can come up with. I'm so excited to share all of that with you in my new segment, Outdoor Adventures. Don't forget to catch up with us every day right here at TV8 Vail or at tv8vail.com, because there's always more for you on 92.
Do you have an interesting hobby or skill you'd like to share for Vail Valley? We want to hear from you. We're looking for people to share their musical, artistic, culinary, woodworking, athletic, or technical talents on Good Morning Vail. If you'd like to share your talents with the community, email Danielle at tv8vail.com. Join the community conversation. There's more for you on 92.
Experience the beauty of fall on the rails of the Leadville Railroad. Take in the cool mountain breeze as you climb to 11,000 feet to watch the vibrant reds, oranges, and golds of fall come alive. Enjoy delicious hot beverages, learn some history, and relax with family and friends. Even your pets can enjoy a ride on the train. Offering daily trips, the weekend specials sell out fast. To secure your seat, book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Good morning, Vail.
All right, I told you right before the break I was going to introduce you to this guy. He's all about weird science and curiosity. His name's Graham Lutz. He's done a bunch of TEDx talks. He's got 165 million or more followers on TikTok, and he is an internet sensation. And his way of looking at things and what he does is pretty interesting. Kim had a chance to catch up with him recently. Let's take a look at Graham Lutz.
Now, welcome back to our show. Our next guest has so much energy and is such an interesting person, especially with all the work that he's doing around science and how to stay motivated. I've got Graham Lutz joining me today. Graham, how are you this morning?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am so good. So you are such an interesting person. I was digging around on LinkedIn and your website. And tell me a bit about you and how did you get started?
Sure. Maybe that's
Big
a long
question,
story.
I know.
Yeah. Let's see. So I got a neuroscience degree years ago and have just always been interested in the brain and how it works and the kind of mechanisms that are going on under there that describe and make sense of how we interact with the world. I'm actually pursuing a master's right now at Harvard in psychology to answer some of those kinds of questions. So I mean, that's, from an education standpoint, that's how I got there. But it's just always been, whether I'm in school or not, my wife makes fun of me for spending Friday nights reading scientific papers that I find especially interesting.
I love the spirit of perpetual learning. Now, speaking of, you are a published author, so you're reading other people's, but then you're talking about your findings and your research. So you have a book coming out. Tell me all about that.
I do. So the book explores the willingness to be wrong and the skills of being wrong well. The idea here is that our brains evolved for this world that we don't live in now, right? The current reality that we have is as foreign to the way our brains evolved as, say, TikTok, for instance, would be to a Neanderthal. And so we have all of these neural mechanisms that were really valuable in our evolutionary past that cause us big problems today. Things like filtering out information that doesn't fit with current beliefs, and things like attributing agency to threats that, maybe in this day and age really aren't a threat to our life. It's just a dude who cut you off in traffic, right? So there's a set of skills that I have kind of put together and talk about throughout the book, both kind of from myself and from published research and scientists over the past number of decades. And I think those skills are really important for thriving in kind of our current complex world.
And so I think that this is so interesting. I love the concept of how to fail well. And I always say fail fast because you learn from it and you learn how to adapt and to change. So love that. I cannot wait to hear all about the book as it's released next spring. But speaking of, you were also, outside of an author, you're also a public speaker and very evident by this interview here. But tell me, you've got a TED Talk coming up. So talk to us about that.
I have it's a TEDx talk outside of Boston on November 1st. So in fact, just this morning, I was out on a walk saying it a number of times as I walked for 30 minutes, but it's going to be on the same topic. And it's been a challenge to condense, a book's worth of ideas into about 10 minutes. But really excited to get to get that talk going and to get that done. Thrilled for the opportunity. I really am just so excited for the opportunity mostly.
So talk to me about the process. So you took this book and you turned it into a speech. So how do you condense it into a shorter speech and a whole book? You know, I imagine and I envisioned, you know, when you're writing a book report when you're a kid, you're doing the outline and then you're writing more about that. So talk to me about your process and how you do that.
Yeah. So honestly, step one, I just wrote the speech to be, you know, everything that I want to cover, and it was 90 minutes to begin with, which obviously too long. And so then I was able to, from there, pick out, okay, this is the one. If I could make 1 point, it's this one. If I could make 2 points, it's this one and this one, right? And then started from that perspective and said, okay, if I could just do that, I wrote that and it was, say, 18 minutes. It's like, okay, so then here's a piece I can cut, here's a piece I can cut. And then it was a process of taking these points that I make and seeing if I can do it in 4 less words here. And can I cut 10 words from this section here? And just doing that over and over. And it's been a process to get to the point where I feel like I've got 10 minutes that says everything I want to say and still makes sense.
Well, it sounds like there's a part 2 coming after you release your book. I can't wait to hear all about that. Now, talk to me about your overall purpose and your mission, especially as you have an LLC. What is your goal and what is the impact that you hope to make on people?
Thank you for the question. I love this question because ultimately the way that I am approaching all of this is with this focus on helping people understand the way their brains work so that they can overcome limiting beliefs. They can be kinder to themselves, right? They can increase motivation. They can increase consistency. Like, everybody struggles with something different, but all of our struggles come down to neurochemistry. And so if we can understand how these things work together and how they affect our lives, that is going to enable us to pinpoint activities or strategies that we need to do that are going to allow us to, you know, reach the big goals, have the big impact, do something significant. And so I really love a quote by Howard Thurman. I probably won't say it quite right, but it's something along the lines of, you know, don't ask yourself what the world needs. Ask yourself what makes you come alive, because what the world needs is people who have come alive. And so my mission is helping people come alive and then helping them get over whatever hurdles are going to keep them from achieving whatever that vision is.
I love that. I love the idea of helping people come alive. I think all too often we're all just kind of cycling through, you know, you get up in the morning, you go to work, you come home, you make dinner, repeat. And I love what you're doing. I think that's such an excellent mission. Now, you have a big social media presence on TikTok. Tell us all about that and how fun the journey has been. What kind of information do you share with your followers?
Yeah, so TikTok has been interesting. It's slightly different than what we're kind of talking about here. It started a little bit by accident. I got COVID earlier this year and was sitting around without a lot to do and stitched a video with just a little tidbit of kind of historical information. And all of a sudden it had 25,000 views really quick and people asking for more. And so then I did another and I did another. And next thing I know, I've got a video out there with 5.5 million views, specifically about syphilis eating the noses off of rich people in 18th century England. So all of these little kind of tidbits, historical, interesting things, just stuff that I've collected over the years. And honestly, it's been really nice to see people who are interested in it, because most of my life has been saying those things to my kids at the dinner table and being met with eye rolls or, oh, here goes dad again.
I love that. And I think it's so fun that you're giving information that we wouldn't find in traditional history books. So thank you for sharing that on your socials, and love all of the work that you're doing. Now, Graham, where can we go for more information to follow your journey, learn about your book release, watch your TEDx talk? Tell me all of the details.
Sure. So grahamlutz.com is the website. You can sign up for a newsletter. That is where you're definitely going to get information about kind of anything upcoming. Obviously, you can find me on TikTok, and LinkedIn is another place that I am pretty active. Any of those sources, I'll be talking about my book. I'll be talking about my TED Talk, sharing it everywhere I can as soon as I have the video for it. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, Graham, thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy this beautiful Thursday morning. We'll chat with you soon.
Thanks so much. See ya.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Les saluda Julio García de TV8 y los invito a sintonizar nuestro maratón de Conexión Latina el sábado 14 y domingo 15 de octubre a partir del mediodía. En honor al mes de la herencia hispana, estaremos transmitiendo todos los episodios de nuestro programa. Por si te perdiste alguno, tendrás la oportunidad de verlo nuevamente. Así que ya saben, sintonicen el canal 92 de Comcast o nuestra página web tv8vail.com el 14 y 15 de octubre para ser parte de esta transmisión maratónica. Ahí los veo. Hi, it's Julio Garcia from TV8, and I'm so excited to invite you to tune in to our Conexión Latina Marathon on Saturday, October 14th and Sunday, October 15th, starting at noon. In honor of Hispanic Heritage Month, we will be airing all of the episodes of our Spanish show, Conexión Latina, so if you missed any, you'll have the opportunity to watch them again. So don't forget, tune in to Channel 92 on Comcast or our website, tv8vail.com, on October 14th and 15th to be a part of this Conexión Latina Marathon. See you there.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the Immersion Theater.
At Revival Boutique Med Spa, we take an integrative and holistic approach to skincare, focusing on the bigger picture when treating our clients. We use only result-driven and science-based products that contain clean, organic, wild-crafted, and research-based ingredients. From injectables, facials, to body contouring, we offer anything related to looking your best self. Find us in the Riverwalk in Edwards. For a complete list of services, visit us online at revivalvail.com. Follow us on Instagram at Revival Vail Valley. Fall in love with your skin again. There's lots to love at Revival. Mind, body, beauty.
Good morning, Vail.
That's right, it's Friday. I am in the kitchen. This is gonna be an adventure. I don't know about you, but growing up, I loved having waffles for breakfast. And especially now, I like having things that are a little bit homemade, and I'm always looking at ways to make it a little bit more nutritious and delicious. Not to have some fun with those words there, but I'm going to show us how to make protein waffles. One of my favorite things that inspired this is this little waffle maker. It basically makes a waffle the size of an Eggo, which you probably had when you were a kid if you are my age, or still now. But anyways, we're gonna get started. It's a simple recipe. You put it all into one blender, you blend it for about 30 seconds, and then you get to cook it. So I'm gonna plug in my waffle maker while we get started here. Now, I love to start this recipe with all of my wet ingredients so that it blends the dry ingredients on the top. We'll start with the first thing that we do. Naturally, eggs. First source of protein. You pour one egg, which I absolutely love using eggs in everything that I make. We've got 3 tablespoons of egg whites, which equivalates to about, 1 egg white, 1 large egg white. So pour that in there. And the best part about this recipe is it literally takes maybe 5 to 10 minutes in total, from cooking to assembling all of the ingredients. Now, another great source of protein that's in it, Greek yogurt. So we have about 1/4 of a cup, actually about 1/2 of a cup of Greek yogurt. So we're just gonna spoon all of that in here into the blender. Now, one of the fun things about this recipe, I'm a really, I don't mind using protein powder, but I don't like how it tastes. If you find it in a recipe, you can taste the protein powder unless it's like in a smoothie. You don't normally get to taste it. But this recipe, actually, you can't really taste it, which I love. So we did all of our wet ingredients. We've got 1 egg white, 1 whole egg. You've got the 1/2 a cup of Greek yogurt. So lots of protein right now. Now, protein powder, depending on what kind of protein powder you buy, I would go just by what it says to use as your daily serving. So for this one, it calls for 2 scoops. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my 2 scoops out. As you can see, you just kind of smooth it on the side so it's nice and flat. Dump it in the blender there. We'll do 1 more scoop here. And these are the dry ingredients. They will blend really nicely with those wet ingredients that you've put into the blender here. Okay, we've got our 2 scoops there. And then to give it a little bit more base, we're definitely looking for a good hearty breakfast, especially as we're heading into ski season. Mark talked about getting out there, getting in shape. This is a great recipe to kind of fuel you throughout the day, as you get overall about 35 grams of protein in this recipe. So that's huge. You dump those oats in. You put about 1/2 a cup of oats as well. So equal oats to equal Greek yogurt. It's an easy way to remember it. And then don't forget baking powder. There's some of that in there as well. With your baking powder, you're going to do 1/2 a teaspoon. So simple, just grab a teaspoon. If you're not big on baking measurements, all you have to do is grab a measuring spoon, piece of cake, throw it on in there. All right, we've got just a little bit left. And then this recipe calls for 1/2 a teaspoon of vanilla. Growing up, I was told that you always double the vanilla, and I have to say I do it here too. So I do about 2 half teaspoons or 1 full teaspoon. Right now we're just gonna keep it simple. We're gonna do about 2 of these in here. And if it spills over, who cares? There we go. You've got about 1 full teaspoon of vanilla powder in there. And then, easy, put the lid on your blender. All you have to do is turn it on, blend it for about 30 seconds. So here we go. It's gonna get a little loud in here. All right. It's looking great. I like to stop it, kind of check the consistency. If it's a little bit thicker, which I like mine a little more on the, I guess you could say, liquidy side, I just pour a little bit of almond milk, but you can use your liquid of choice, whether it's water or almond milk. I prefer that because it's just a little lighter. And just to taste, I add a little extra into the blender, and then we just get it going. Blend it a little bit longer. All right, looking good. Okay. Take the top off. There's a little bit excess left over there, but if you can see it, just looking great. Now, one important thing when you're using your waffle maker, don't forget to spray it with some cooking spray. Anything matte is fine. Right now I've got a little bit of olive oil spray, so you don't even taste it. It just keeps it from sticking. This recipe makes about 5 mini waffles, so in total you're getting about 35 grams. You could just pour it here. You want to make sure that you're just covering just the top of the bottom, because it does rise while it's cooking. So we want to make sure that we're not, not overfilling it, but just spread it out, get it nice and flat, let it cook there. All right, we're just going to let it cook. All right, our waffle's looking great. I'd say you kind of monitor it, check it. It takes about anywhere from 4 to 6 minutes, depending on your level of crispiness. If you like it extra crispy, make sure that you are leaving it in there a little bit longer. But while it's cooking, I want to show you what the actual product looks like. This is so delicious. I love eating these after the show. I pop them in the fridge or the freezer, grab one out, stick it in a toaster. Absolutely delicious. Right now I've got the waffle looking great here. You know, one of my favorite things that I like to make because I'm into the make your own food. I've got honey cinnamon butter dollops that I made from scratch. Super simple. Maybe next time I'll show you how to do it. All you do is you melt your butter to about room temperature, add your cinnamon and your honey to taste. I just threw it here on the waffle. Drizzle a little organic maple syrup because yes, I like real maple syrup. I grew up on the East Coast. Anything else, it doesn't count if it's not real maple syrup, especially from Vermont. Well, let's give it a shot. While we're waiting for these to cook, it's gonna have a nice taste. Cut right into it. Gonna spread that butter around. Absolutely delicious. Not a huge ton of butter fan, but here we go. Just gonna taste it. I'm ready to go. Breakfast delicious. Looking great. We've got just a couple more minutes till it's done, but really super simple recipe. If you're interested, ping the Facebook, shoot us a message. We would love to interact and share this recipe with you. I would. It's one of my favorite breakfast recipes. Easy to do, very delicious. So a great way to start the weekend. We'll be right back with more on Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
Hi, I'm Ben Belgrad, and I'm the owner of Drinking Vessels here at Bat Country Studios in Minturn. And I've been in the Valley for 7 years. I moved to the Valley because a friend helped me to get my vision off the ground, building my glass studio here, and being so close to snowboarding. So here at the studio, we're acting as a broker for 50 to 100 artists from around the country. We also offer glassblowing classes, and we bring many artists from around the country here to be able to work and create art collaboratively and be so close to skiing and all the activities we have here in the Valley. Here at Drinking Vessels, we specialize in handmade glass drinkware from artists around the country and around the world. Some of these are produced as more of an item you could get in sets and kind of get different color options as time goes on. And some of these are completely one of a kind and really high-end art that's unlike anything people have seen before. While I'm an artist myself here at the studio, I'm representing between 50 and 100 other artists from around the country. And most of these artists are able to spend most of their time working on their art while we help handle their marketing and their sales and the distribution and representation, allowing them more time to focus on their art. That's really my privilege in running this business, is creating that support and providing that platform for this big group of artists that are part of a movement that's very important to me.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
When people think of world-class destinations, they're drawn to a place that provides opportunities for fine dining, shopping, superior lodging, exciting events, and unparalleled outdoor activities. Park City, Utah, and Vail, Colorado are renowned destinations for travelers and extraordinary homes for residents. Feature your exceptional products and services in these two luxury communities. Advertise with Park City Television and TV8 Vail. Contact us today.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns, Vail, Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno, Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Kimberly Perot. We've got Mark Sassy out in the community. He is looking at all of that beautiful snowfall. It's going to be a great weekend, gorgeous weather. We still get a couple more fall weekends here. But I made protein waffles in the first hour. We're going to check out and see how this second version started. When you open it up, depending on how crispy you want it. It's nice and crispy there, looking great. I'm going to pull it off the griddle here in a second. Top it with whatever you like. Personally, I keep it simple, organic maple syrup. You can throw some almond butter on it and some berries, whatever you want, but it is 35 grams of protein in this recipe, so about 7 grams of protein per waffle. Really great way to start off your day and keep you full and satiated, keeps your blood sugar levels all up and going. But we've got a really exciting second half of the show here. We'll be talking with a dentist. Words are hard this morning. We'll be looking at Vail vibes at Chasing Rabbits, and then a musician joining us here in the studio. So a lot to come on this Friday the 13th morning edition of Good Morning Vail. Hour 2 starts now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Waffles in the kitchen with Kim. I remember Kevin and I made pancakes one time in the kitchen, and my first time actually making pancakes. It was pretty interesting. I'm going to check that out when I get back to the studio. I'm up here in Vail. Today's Friday, Friday the 13th. Kim's in the studio. This is our second hour of our Friday edition of Good Morning Vail on TV8. And I'm going to give you a look at your weather forecast for the day. We saw snow come on through the Vail area all the way down towards Edwards and even further beyond Edwards over the past couple days. We're going to see the sunshine return at some point today. We're going to see about 29 to 30 degrees right now here in Vail. So definitely cool, a few clouds. I can see the blue skies kind of intermittently, but that cloud cover will burn off here probably once that sun makes its way up and over the Gore Range. We'll see a high of about 50 degrees in the Vail area over the course of this afternoon, a little warmer to the west. Your hourly forecast, you're going to see sunshine this afternoon. 50s, low to mid 50s, all afternoon around Eagle County. Denver temperatures today a little bit warmer, but not much. 56 will be their high temperature today, and sunshine. For Vail, 50. For Avon, 51. Eagle, 52. And nice sunny skies through the weekend for us. Tonight we'll see clear skies, sun setting at 6:31. We'll have a low of about 21 degrees, another cool night. So snowmaking operations on Vail can continue as we're 29 days away as of now. For Saturday, 56 for the high, mostly sunny skies. For Sunday, 62 for the high temperature, sunshine once again. 65 for Monday, sunny, and then sunny for Tuesday, 67. And then for Wednesday, we're going to see a chance for maybe a little bit of moisture, 30% chance. We'll see a high of 57, partly cloudy skies for Wednesday. But let's look at your weather forecast out here right now. We got everybody walking around with their winter hats on, busting out their winter jackets, kind of just ramping up for really what's right around the corner here. 29 days for Vail to open for skiing and snowboarding. And, the snow we have on the ground right now, this could actually be, just depends. This could be the first snow of the year that sticks to the ground, too. You never know if it stays cool enough. Temperatures in the mid-50s, we'll see. Taking place in Avon, everybody, this weekend, it is a chance for you to pull out your flannels. If you've got a scruffy beard, let that thing grow big. Lumberjack games and outdoor ruggedness at Nottingham Park for the 13th annual Man of the Cliff event, competition, however you want to look at it. Live music, food trucks, beverages, and a chance for the guys and the girls alike to compete in a variety of different outdoor ruggedness, lumberjack kind of competitions. Things like axe throwing, keg tossing, if you think you can toss a keg up in the air and not hurt yourself and get out of the way before it comes down, then the keg tossing could be the thing for you. Spear throwing. When's the last time you threw a spear? I haven't thrown a spear and I can't even remember. Caber toss, the pulp toss, which is throwing a big piece of wood. Archery. They've also have speed chopping, splitting wood, speed chopping as fast as you can. Tug of war, and then the two-man crosscut. So it is free. They recommend a $10 donation, and all the proceeds benefit our local chapter of Can Do MS. So you can go to manofthecliff.com for more information on this event, but that's going to be tomorrow from 10 to 5 in Avon at Nottingham Park. So make sure you get out, spend some time, and go check that out. It's worth it just to go walk around. So Avisha, she does a segment for us called Vail Vibes. Talented lady. And she did a segment recently on her Vail Vibes pieces on this place right here called Chasing Rabbits. And they do karaoke here on Tuesday nights, I know for a fact, but they do a lot of other things also over the course of the year. It's a pretty neat setup in there. Let's take a look now at Avisha and Vail Vibes and Chasing Rabbits.
From activities and adventures to hot spots and the latest happenings, this is your guide to all the good vibes here in Vail. I'm Avisha Scarborough. Welcome to Vail Vibes. Today we're coming to you from the one and only Chasing Rabbits, a venue unlike anything we've seen here in Vail. You can literally get lost in what feels like an enchanting and elaborate maze. So, are you ready to take a journey down the rabbit hole with me? Let's go check it out.
Chasing Rabbits has to do with organized chaos. So you can definitely get lost in here. Sometimes we've had people visit and be like, I didn't even realize there was one of these spaces.
Each room we entered transported us to a new world full of rabbit motifs and nods to Alice in Wonderland. Even the hallways were full of surprises.
We really took a lot of thought into the design, and each room has unique decor where you feel like you're in a different world or land.
So what exactly is Chasing Rabbits? Previously a movie theater, it's been renovated and rebranded as an entertainment venue with something for everyone.
This is developed by Slayers Group, and we partnered with Rockwell Group, who are the amazing architect and design firm behind Tao, Matsuhitsu, Catch, a lot of those name brand places, and we're bringing something urban and cosmopolitan right to the mountains here in Vail.
And Thea says the people of Vail were more than ready for it.
People have been asking for an upscale place to have nightlife in Vail. We have that in Aspen, but now move over Aspen, we now have the better skiing, and we also have a little bit of nightlife ourselves too.
From the decor to the drink menu, each space in the venue has its own unique vibe.
The arcade is very neon, it has these flashing lights, it's a fun place to go play some arcade games. You can also go and enjoy some DJ music or bingo or karaoke in there. The Moon Rabbit is very elegant. It has these soft velvets. It's more calm, and that decor kind of reflects the vibes of the Moon Rabbit Speakeasy, and it's influenced by East meets West. So it has more Asian influences. You'll see kind of from the wallpaper, it's inspired from the East, and then a little bit of the ropes gives you that nautical vibe of maybe you sailed to a different land. And then the restaurant is really light and airy.
How do you guys like this restaurant? It's really nice, really nice.
And the food is really healthy, light and airy, so it reflects that. And then lastly, the library lounge is really cozy and intimate, and it has floor-to-ceiling books. So you really feel that kind of intimate vibe where you can just chill there for hours.
Plenty of books and plenty of whiskey. Sounds like my kind of library. But there's more than that here at the Library Lounge. They host events for their members.
Anyone can come to Chasing Rabbits. We're completely open to the community, but we also have a membership, so members can enjoy perks like members-only events, so things like wine tastings, as well as they get discounts on food and beverages, they get to skip the line, and there's also a secret menu that's just for members.
But more than anything, she says, Chasing Rabbits is a place for people to rent and make their own.
We've had some amazing weddings here, corporate events, birthdays, but people are so creative and they're really making this their home and making an extension of themselves.
Speaking of special events, Thea recently had part of her own wedding celebration here. And if you're looking for a more casual night out, there's plenty of that here as well.
So we have the DJs on Friday nights. We also have a few fun free events. So we have weekly bingo that the locals love, as well as weekly karaoke. And we also have jazz in the Moon Rabbit.
And if you haven't made your New Year's Eve plans yet,
we opened up in December and our big launch party was New Year's and it was lots of fun and we can't wait until we do New Year's next year as well. We're gonna have a very fun New Year's party.
We'll have to put that on our calendar. Thea says check the Chasing Rabbits website for more info on New Year's Eve and all other events.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Do you have an interesting hobby or skill you'd like to share for Vail Valley? We want to hear from you. We're looking for people to share their musical, artistic, culinary, woodworking, athletic, or technical talents on Good Morning Vail. If you'd like to share your talents with the community, email Danielle at tvavail.com. Join the community conversation. There's more for you on 92.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Welcome to Street Magic. I'm Elizabeth Stanton with some of the most terrifying stunts, extraordinary extreme escapes, and the most amazing cutting-edge magicians you'll ever see in one show. Get ready to have your mind turned inside out. The hand is definitely quicker than the eye.
It's fake!
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the immersion theater.
Hey there, I'm Cece Zach, and today's episode of Good Day Vail, we are going to meet with an extraordinary woman who has defied all odds to be the first rocket scientist to climb 7 summits. She's the first U.S. woman to look towards the Explorers and the Adventurers Grand Slam in trekking. And if you haven't guessed it, it's Megan Buchanan. So please stay tuned for this episode of Good Day Vail.
Suki and Scott Show, we are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now, you know, a smile is the gateway to confidence, also the gateway to health, and it's very important to have a good smile. But what happens when one of your teeth gets knocked out? You know, as adults, you don't necessarily lose your teeth as often. So joining us today to talk about confidence is Dr. Craig Hirschberg, the president of the American Association of Endodontics. Dr. Craig, how are you this morning?
I'm great. How are you, Kimberly?
I am doing so well. Happy Friday. Now, what is the latest survey? What did it reveal about the fear of sports-related injury?
Well, surprisingly, we had about a third of the respondents let us know that they were avoiding playing sports or have avoided playing sports out of fear of losing a tooth.
Yeah, I know that's definitely something as an adult you become a little bit more aware of. Now, talk to me about some tips for tooth loss from accidents or from playing sports.
Well, in the event that you sustain a tooth knocked out, the important thing is that that tooth gets replaced into the socket as soon as possible. So once the tooth is recovered, either the person who sustained the injury or somebody that's helping them should try to just take that tooth and wiggle it right back into the socket right then and there, realizing that sometimes that isn't possible, or in the event that that's beyond somebody's comfort level, then you would seek professional care for that. So try to find an endodontist, a dentist, or go to the emergency room and seek professional care for that. Now, it's very important to remember that that tooth needs to be kept moist, because the cells that are on the surface of that root have to be kept alive if we want that tooth to reattach to the bone. So the ideal thing would be to take that tooth, place it into a container of milk, and the colder that milk is, the better, and then get yourself to some place where you can have that emergency care.
That's so interesting. You recommend, if you have the stomach for it, to just stick it right back into its socket. I love that. Now, you mentioned going to see an endodontist or a dentist. Can you explain the difference between the two?
Well, an endodontist is a dentist, but somebody who's had a minimum of 2 years of additional training in advanced endodontic procedures, and root canal treatment is an endodontic procedure. Also a lot of training in advanced pain control, and has a lot of additional technology available in their offices. And I want to add that the way that an endodontist's office is set up, they're accustomed to accommodating patients on very short notice in the event that they have had dental trauma, or if you've got a toothache.
Absolutely.
In most cases, you give a call and their response is going to be, come right over.
Absolutely. Now, how often do you see sports-related injuries for adults if they're just casually playing sports? It happens more often than not.
I cannot give you the exact rate that they occur, but those of us that are in practice, will probably see these types of injuries a couple times a month. In a busy clinical setting, you might see them even more frequently, especially if you are seeing, a young population along with it.
And Dr. Craig, where can we go for more information and better educate ourselves on what to do in the event that it does happen?
So a great resource would be to go to our association's website, which is aae.org. And there's an entire area there of information for the patients. And in the event that somebody sustains dental trauma, or if somebody's having a toothache, they can go to findmyendodontist.com, and it's a great database that allows patients to refer themselves to an endodontic specialist.
Well, thank you so much for that information. I love the tip. Put it in cold milk if it falls out and you don't have the stomach to put it back into your mouth, and go get help. Thank you so much for that, Dr. Craig. We appreciate you coming on the show this morning.
Thank you, Kimberly.
Absolutely. Now stay tuned. We have a bit more here on this second hour of Good Morning Vail. We'll be right back after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tva.com y nuestra página de Facebook TVA Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Hello everyone, I'm Raisa Pascal. And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. Have any personal stories you can share?
Do I? Yes, I do.
So even though you work for some good deals, too good to miss on flash deals now, check this out.
Studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
Spooky and Scott Show. We are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. And welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
Hi, Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the immersion theater.
Good morning, Vail.
All right, everybody, welcome back to our Friday edition of Good Morning Vail. I'm in my way down by the river. I'm going to have a fly fishing report coming up here in just a little bit right after the weather report. But let's talk about your weather for the day for Friday. We do have still some cloud cover around Eagle County right now. That sun will, once it gets up and over the Gore Range, burn off that cloud cover. We are going to have nice sunshine today and pretty mild temperatures. We're looking at mid to upper 20s right now in Vail. We'll see a high of about 50 degrees by mid-afternoon, and the cloud cover will be replaced all over Eagle County with sunshine today. 29 around 8 o'clock first thing. We'll be in the 40s midday. Our high temperature of 50 coming our way probably 3:30 in the afternoon. And then clear skies tonight. 8 o'clock, we'll see about 35 degrees. For Denver today, 56, mostly sunny along the Front Range. Vail, 50, Avon, 51, and Eagle, 52. And once again, mostly sunny skies for all of Eagle County, really for the next 4 or 5 days. Tonight, we're going to see that sun setting at 6:31. Clear skies tonight with a low of 21 degrees. Don't forget, tomorrow in the morning, we have the annual eclipse. So you'll be able to see the ring of fire, but don't stare at the sun. Make sure you have the right eye protection. We'll talk about that later on in the show. For Saturday, 56 for a high, sunny skies. 62 for Sunday and sunshine. 65 and sunny for Monday. Tuesday, 67 with sunshine. And then for Wednesday, we'll see 57 degrees for the high temperature, 27 for a low. Partly cloudy skies with about a 30% chance of maybe a passing shower or snow shower, depending upon the elevation and the air temperature at that elevation. But we did pick up 4 to 6 inches of snow over the past few days. Our first kind of significant snowfall of the year, and we're on track for the snowmaking crew to be up on top of Vail Mountain making snow above mid-Vail, and they're planning to open in 29 days on November the 10th. I got a quick fly fishing report coming at you next. I want to talk about what's happening on our local rivers. I run Minturn Anglers in Minturn. We have a guide service and a great retail shop, and we take people out on the river all the time to fish. And believe it or not, even though there's snow on the ground and it's a little bit cooler, the fish are feisty right now, and they love to feed. This is their time of the year when they're feeling a change in the water temperatures, and they know something's right around the corner. They know that winter's right around the corner. So they're kind of like bears in a sense, where they don't hibernate, but they feed up so they can kind of store some of that protein and store some of that fat and everything they need to get through the wintertime, because there's not a lot of food sources available in the wintertime. Fishing for us, we'll go out between 10 and 2, 11 to 3. I've got some photos from Ron Pecor, one of my fishing guides, who's been up here fishing with clients around the Eagle River recently. Caught some great fish over the past couple of days, and these days are, midday. So once again, that 10 to 2, 11 to 3. They're wade fishing on this particular trip. We have float trips going out also where you can float the Colorado River or the Roaring Fork River. And the fish are eating small bugs, and they're also eating streamers. Those are the two main food sources that are fully available to them at this moment. And it's been good out there. So if you want to get out for a few hours during the heat of the day on a sunny day, give us a call at the fly shop. We'll get you on the river to do some fly fishing. All right, we're going to take a quick break. After the break, we're going to introduce you to a lovely lady who goes by the name of Tegan with the Eagle Valley Library District. We'll be right back.
Good morning, Vail.
At Revival Boutique Med Spa, we take an integrative and holistic approach to skincare, focusing on the bigger picture when treating our clients. We use only result-driven and science-based products that contain clean, organic, wildcrafted, and research-based ingredients. From injectables, facials, to body contouring, we offer anything related to looking your best self. Find us in the Riverwalk in Edwards. For a complete list of services, visit us online at revivalvail.com. Follow us on Instagram at Revival Vail Valley. Fall in love with your skin again. There's lots to love at Revival. Mind, body, beauty.
Hi there. Are you ready to explore famous neighborhoods from New York City to Kentucky? Watch The Neighborhood with host Nicole Newman. Featuring famous people, unique history, and delicious places to eat and drink. Our viewers get an inside personal look at each neighborhood. With each episode we learn, grow, laugh, and live like a local, not just a visitor. Welcome to The Neighborhood. Check your local program schedule and tune in.
All right, so I told you right before the break we're going to introduce you to the Eagle Valley Library District. They come into the studio and chat with Kim and Gretchen and myself on a regular basis, once a week, once every couple weeks. And they always have great stuff to share, great opportunities, great ways to get library cards, all the stuff they have to offer at the libraries around Eagle County. Well, they couldn't make it in today, but Kim did have a chance to catch up with Tegan from the Eagle Valley Library District not too long ago. Let's take a look at what Tegan has going on with the library today.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. It is Friday, so you know what that means. That means that Eagle Valley Library District is here in studio to talk about all the things that they have coming up. Joining me today is Tegan, who I love having conversations with.
Thank you.
How are you, Tegan?
Good. How are you doing
I'm
this morning?
good. Happy Friday. Middle of September. Well, I guess we're at the end of September now.
Yeah.
Which means weather's changing.
Yes.
Kids are back in school.
Yes.
Things are up and running. So what is going on at the Library District?
So we've got our after-school programs. We're gearing up because they're about to launch in October. So we have after-school programs up and down the valley. So Gypsum, Eagle, and Avon. So Gypsum is Fun Friday. So you can come to Friday, come to the library on Fridays after school, and we have loads of activities for you. And then Avon is What's Up Wednesdays, and Eagles is Thumbs Up Thursdays. We went for alliteration.
A lot of alliteration.
Having a hard time with it. So after school is for any elementary age student. They can come in. We have, sometimes you need to sign up just so that we have enough supplies, but we have all sorts of activities, STEM-based art, all throughout the year.
I love that.
Yeah.
So What's Up Wednesdays, Thumbs Up Thursdays,
Yep.
and then Fun Fridays.
Yep, Fun Day Friday. Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah. So again, back half of the week, so you can come in and have a good time.
As parents are going, what do we do with our kids?
Right.
As we head into the weekend, they've got all this built up energy.
Yep.
Put them in the program.
Come
let
on
them have
into the
some
library.
fun.
Yep, and we'll keep them busy. Keep them busy.
That's great. So weather's getting colder. So are you seeing an uptick in people coming into the library?
We do.
Tell me about that.
We do. So again, we're a third space, so people can come in at any of our open hours. They can work, they can have their meetings, and again, as it gets colder, we do have story times, again, up and down the valley, because as it gets colder, there's harder things to do with littles. So we encourage anyone 0 to 5 to come in and visit our story times. We have baby, toddler, preschool, bilingual, and family story times up and down the valley.
Oh, great. Now, I feel like this might be a silly question, but you mentioned people coming in to work.
Yes.
So, let's say I wanted to come in and work
Yeah.
for the afternoon.
Yep.
Do you allow food and snacks in there?
Great question. So you can bring in your laptop. We would prefer if you could please keep any type of drink with a lid on it, just to prevent accidents. And then as far as food, little munchies is fine. Please don't bring in a tuna salad. We're okay. And then in regards to our zones, so we do have louder zones, obviously our kids area and our teen area, and then we have our quieter zones. And so we do see a lot of people coming in and using us as a workspace in our quieter zones. And of course, we do get after school studies and some tutoring that is all happening in the library.
So you really are I guess you could say a jack of all trades, or a place where anybody can come and
We try to be, yes. And if we don't have the needs, just let us ask. Ask us, and then we'll try to get you find a place in the community that would fit your needs.
That's wonderful. Yeah. So we're in the school season,
yes,
which means lots of learning, lots of things happening. Now, you and I were talking about some really interesting facts for kids. So tell me a little bit about words and vocabulary and all the fun things.
Right. And so previously talking about literacy and picking up vocabulary, and children's books have 50% more rare words than you'll see in the newspaper, than you'll see on adult TV. And so there's richness in children's books. So I encourage everyone to check out children's books because they're awesome. But I think a lot of times when I say, more vocabulary, people think homework, I'm going to be with a dictionary reading a book. And I wanted to ensure that children's books are fun and it can be light. So I brought in Chicken Cheeks.
I love the title of this book,
and
Chicken Cheeks.
Chicken Cheeks, and it's all about different vocabulary for a certain part of the body. And some parents, kids get stuck on a certain word for the part of the body. So this will introduce new vocabulary words. Instead of using one, you can use tushy, or we've got Moose Caboose. And again, one of my dear, Kangaroo Keister. And let's get to
Keister's a good one.
Keister's a great one.
I'm used to hearing old people say it,
right?
But I think it would be so fun to hear a 6-year-old use the word keister.
It's right. And I just want to hear a 6-year-old say. So this is the best rhyme ever, which is duck-billed platypus gluteus maximus. So this book is filled with rich vocabulary, but it's fun, it's silly. So vocabulary can be fun and silly, and you can gain a lot of words through children's books, and you can have a good time doing it.
Yeah, I love that. I think I need to start reading children's books because
amazing.
I constantly want to expand my vocabulary, and I think about, you know what, I'll just start marking down like words from the dictionary, like synonyms. That is much better.
Have a good time.
Because then you associate it with something fun and
something
funny.
fun and funny, and then you can walk around and you just have a ton of words that you can use. I keep landing on the turkey.
Rhinoceros rump,
giraffe back half. I mean, it's just a good time.
It's a great time, and I love the animation and the artwork in this book.
Oh yeah, and that's another thing I think with children's book is the artwork is so rich. So you got the gems of the words, but then you also have the rich illustrations.
It's just so positive,
right?
In a world that's filled with a lot of fact and other things.
Yeah, it can be light and fun. Vocabulary can be light and fun.
I love that. So we are you starting to see things a little bit busy? We are heading into a shoulder season, but that doesn't mean that it slows down for you.
No, so we're about to hit our uptick in issuing new library cards at our Avon batch in particular, because we're starting to see the workforce come in. And so thank you for bringing that up, because it's a good reminder that anyone can come in and get a library card, whether you're visiting and you're only here for a week or a month, or you're working here part-time, full-time, or you live here. You can come into the Eagle Valley Libraries, Avon, Eagle, and Gypsum, and get a library card, and you can check out, chicken cheeks or whatever else.
Is this available in audio? That's what I want to
know. Probably on Libby. I bet you on Libby they might have the e-audio version of this. And I'm curious who the reader is, if it is. But you can come into our libraries, and hopefully we have anything that your heart desires, and you can check it out.
And that's great. And you mentioned the e-audio. So for those that are visiting that want to get a library card, they can still be connected, still access resources, and make it worth their time.
Yep. If you can't visit us during our open hours, you can get a library card online and access our digital resources.
Awesome. Well, Tegan, we love having you here. Anything else that you want to share with us?
Just come say hi. Say hi.
Awesome. Speaking of, how's the Spark Studio? Are you getting a lot of people?
So we're we're coming into fall, so we're launching like our kids programs, our teen programs. We got reading buddies that have just started, and then we're going to launch our adult programs. So you'll see some more fun activities with the Spark Studio, because we're going to be programming around it.
Awesome. And so for new people that are watching the show, tell me what the Spark Studio is, because I think it is such a cool feature.
Thank you. So our Spark Studio is located in Eagle, at our Eagle branch, and so it is a maker space, and it has a 3D printer. It has electronic guitars, violins, drums. We've got a sewing machine. We've got a laser cutter, which is amazing. And we have all this tech and tools for anyone to come in, create, innovate. And also we have things to digitize your memories. So if you have VHS, if you have 5mm film with your memories on it, obviously that form is no longer in use, and you might want to digitize that, and we have the tools to do that. And so we're happy to introduce anyone into the Spark Studio, train you up, and then let you explore.
I loved the words that you used, the maker space.
It's
so cool. It's so great. Well, Tegan, thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
I love the Friday updates that we have, and I love hanging out with you on the couch. You look fabulous. Awesome. Well, where can we go for more information?
evld.org.
Okay, great. Now, thank you to Tegan for joining us here on the couch. I love the Eagle Valley Library District and all that they invest into our community. We had an excellent morning on Good Morning Vail. We've got just a little bit left, so stay tuned. We'll be right back after this break.
Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
Spooky and Scott show. We are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. And welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
TV8 Vail is serving the community 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Stop by for Good Morning Vail at 7 a.m. and stay all day for lifestyle favorites such as Good Day Vail, Daily Flash, Suki and Scott, and more. And you're sure to find the adventure you crave with back-to-back episodes of Scoreboard Nation and Outdoor America. Find us all day, every day on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on tv8vail.com, and on all our social media platforms. There's more for you on Channel 92.
Lions Head Jewelers Fossil and Mineral Gallery. Located in the heart of Lions Head Village for over a decade, our 4,000 square foot gallery boasts a one-of-a-kind experience that cannot be found anywhere else in Vail. We carry the most exquisite array of fine jewelry, high-end minerals, and museum-quality fossils. We invite you to come in and explore all the history and beauty that nature has to offer.
Join us in exploring the everyday lives of community members here in the Vail Valley. Hear their inspiring stories of how they came here, their contributions to our community, and why they chose to call this place home. We want you to be one of our neighbors. If you would like to be featured or nominate someone to be featured, please send an email to danielle@tv8vail.com. We look forward to featuring your story right here on TV8.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns, Vail Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. I'm so excited to be sitting here on the couch with our next couple of guests. We've got local musician Mauricio Cadavid and a wonderful surprise as well, his daughter Azalea joining us on the couch. How are you this morning?
Great, thank you.
So excited to have you here. Azalea, how are you?
Good.
Good. I like your sparkle shirt and your shiny pants, so we love having you here.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Now, Mauricio, tell me a bit about what you've got going on. You've got some exciting gigs tonight, and you are a local musician. So tell me about what you're doing these days.
So I have a band, or I'm in a band called The Evolution. Tonight I'll be at Prosit solo. It's rare, but sometimes I get to play solo. We're up to a 7-piece, 8-piece if you count this one. And we'll be at Mango's on the 21st, Saturday 21st. That's our debut there up in Red Cliff. And then we'll be doing the Minter Saloon's Halloween party, Halloween night on the 31st as a full band as well.
That's amazing. So
Yeah.
8 people if Azalea joins you.
That's correct.
That's amazing.
She's definitely been up on stage, sang at an Oktoberfest in front of like 2,500 people.
That's awesome. So you like to sing, Azalea? Yeah, that's great. So tell me a bit about you. You know, how long have you been here in the Valley? You know, have you been playing gigs for a long time? Where did you get your musical influence?
I've been in the Valley for 12 years and met her mom, my wife, about 10 years ago, a little more. We started playing music. We became a duo and started playing in a couple places, the Sun and All, the Westin. And then next thing you know, a band forms around us. We end up, you know, like a 5-6 piece. And she's born, wife takes a hiatus. So I add more members to the band. And then mom comes back after her maternal leave. And yeah, so we've been playing together ever since. I've been playing music since I was 16. Got in my first rock and roll band at 16, high school band. And that was crazy enough 31 years ago. Anyway. And yeah, I mean, I just been playing my heart out as often as I can, anytime I can. It's been very fortunate in the Valley that it's a very live music driven place. Part of the reason I moved here from Miami, Florida. Miami at that point especially was very DJ,
Mhm.
you know, prominent. So it was nice to find a place that really appreciates live music and gave me a lot of venues and stages to perform and, you know, bring out our style and our art.
It's true. You know, that's what I love about here as well, is you can see live music almost anywhere, and we love supporting local artists. Now, Azalea, do you play any instruments or do you sing?
I sing and play the bongos.
You play the bongos. That's so much fun. Do you have fun doing it?
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
Except for the part that our bongos exploded.
Oh, no.
Oh, we got new ones now.
That sounds like a fun story. Well, Mauricio, you brought your guitar.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about what you're going to be doing here today.
So we have a song that we wrote, an original song. In fact, we're about to go into the studio next weekend to record it and a few other songs for an EP demo. Anyway, so this song was written during the COVID 2 months that we were, you know, chilling at home. And she actually helped me sing it, or I wrote it and then she helped me sing it right off the bat. So that was, 3 years ago? And she's 7 now, so she was 4 when she was singing,
Wow.
you know, in a microphone trying to help me do the song. So yeah.
That's so cool. Well, I'd love to hear you play it and to hear you sing as well, Azalea.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. It's called Cafe Barcelona.
Cafe Barcelona, great.
Well, she flew in from Verona, or maybe it was Roma. She said her name was Mona, and we met at Cafe Barcelona. Well, she asked if I would be someone she would see strolling through the gallery. I said we could tour the city, see the sacred family, la Sagrada Familia. Well, we do drinks and then we dine, having tapas from time to time. And then once again, at 10:30, we dance at Cafe Barcelona. Oh, Cafe Barcelona. Yes, Cafe Barcelona. Gypsy eyes forever imprinted on my mind. Forever a style so young and so wild, subtle and sweet, yet the outgoing kind. Down the ramblers we'd run till we saw the sun. Made a passionate love until 1:15. We were back at
Cafe Bars.
Yes, Cafe Barcelona. Cafe Barcelona. Well, we flew in from Verona, or maybe it was Roma. She said her name was Mona, and we met at Cafe Barce. Ay, Cafe Barce. Cafe Barcelona. Cafe Barcelona. Cafe Barcelona.
I loved that. Wow, great job, Azalea. You were awesome.
Yeah.
That's a great song. I was ready to get up and dance. It's a great way to start my Friday.
Awesome.
So
Appreciate
can we
that.
see you sing that live tonight?
Yes, I'll definitely do it tonight. The trumpet player usually shows up at random, so Connor Williams, he might show up too, and it's nice to have his accents. We got a keyboard player, so that adds another layer of juice, if you will. Bass, drums. My wife sings, plays good percussion, ukulele, and then we have another female singer, Camille Sautel. So it's a full band when it's all together, full sound.
Oh, I bet that's so much fun.
But yeah, it'll be me solo tonight and see if I get a guest appearance.
So tell us again, where to go, what time?
So tonight at Prosit in Avon from 7 to 10.
Okay.
Yes.
7 to 10, great. So will we see other more original songs?
Yes.
Awesome, great.
Yeah, we have an album's worth of originals. Again, we're going to record 4 or 5 of them hopefully next weekend and get a presence out there, a little demo presence. And yeah,
cool,
so
great.
Definitely
So
part of the vibe.
Tell me a little bit about your creative process. You mentioned you wrote this one during COVID. Is it just kind of a riff gets into your head and then you kind of build around it, or is
Definitely that. Sometimes inspiration from lyrics, just like, something in my mind just starts to well up and then I feel it, so I write it down and then the music comes. We have a nice diverse sound. We do a little reggae, we do some Latin, being from Miami, being Colombian descent. The band, who has no Latin presence but me, they all love to do Latin, so we have a few Latin songs. This is kind of like a bossa nova. We do some funky, upbeat, fun stuff, danceable music. So yeah,
awesome.
It's got a variety show, a little bit for everybody is the idea.
Yeah, I'm sitting here next to you on this couch while you're playing, and I'm just ready. I was ready to just get up and start dancing.
That's
and
awesome.
I love music that sounds like that song, Cafe Barcelona.
Cafe Barcelona.
And you'll be going to the studio and recording that soon?
Yes, next weekend.
Awesome.
That's the plan.
Well, that's great. Well, great to meet you and have you here on the couch.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Azalea, you did a great job. You are a star in the making, so it's going to be very exciting to watch you and your musical career if that's what you want. Well, we appreciate it, Maurizio. Thank you for joining, and we'll see you hopefully tonight. And
again, Mangoes on the 21st up in Red Cliff, also 8 to 10, and then Minern Saloon Halloween night, the 31st. From 7:30 to 10:30.
And Mango and Minturn are the full band, so very exciting stuff.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Now, we are coming up to the end of our Friday morning edition. Can't believe it's Friday the 13th here on Good Morning Vail. We'll be right back after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tva.com y nuestra página de Facebook TVA Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
I'm Raisa Pascal.
And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. Have any personal stories you can share?
Do I? Yes, I do.
So even though you work for some good deals, too good to miss on flash deals. Now check this out.
Studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
Show. We are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode. and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the immersion theater.
Good morning, Vail.
All right, everybody, that's going to wrap it up here real soon. I'm going to give you one last look at that weather report. We do have still some cloud cover up here in Vail. Off towards the east, though, we've got that sun trying to make its way up over the Gore Range. It's going to burn off the cloud cover. And there are a few spots of blue also. Let's take a look at your weather for the day. We'll see a high of about 50 degrees coming our way at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Mostly sunny skies. Your hourly forecast will showcase 40s midday and clear skies into the afternoon hours. 56 for Denver today and sunny for Vail, Avon, and Eagle. Low 50s. And sunshine for us here around Eagle County this afternoon also. 21 degrees tonight will be the low temperature in Vail. Clear skies. Sun setting at 6:31 this evening, so a little bit earlier once again. Our evening lows for the remainder of the weekend through next week, we're looking at upper 20s, low 30s, perfect snowmaking temperatures. For Saturday, a high temperature of 56 and sunny. For Sunday, 62 with lots of sunshine. For Monday, 65, 67, and 57 for Tuesday and Wednesday. That's a look at your weather. Everybody keep in mind, once again, we got the Bluegrass Festival here in Vail this weekend. We have Man of the Cliff on Saturday at Nottingham Park from 10 to 5. So for all of us here at TV8, I'm your host, Mark Sassy, out in the field. Have a great weekend. And Kim, back to you in the studio.
Great to see you. Love seeing all of the snow. I am ready for that ski season. We had an exciting Friday morning show. Loved it. It felt very fun, relaxed. We had cooking. We had live music. There's really just so much happening here in the Vail Valley on this morning edition. We also talked about endodontics and what you can offer if you somehow get a sports-related injury. You know, as an adult, you don't want to have an awkward smile as you enter into those holiday photo sessions, which I know a lot of them are coming up. We really appreciate having Mark here with us. As always, you know, we looked at Eagle Valley Library District. I have loved the conversations that I have with Tegan. She is just wonderful, very knowledgeable. I think personally, we have some of the best libraries in the Valley, I'd say in the state. You know, lots of things happening. Vail Vibes, Chasing Rabbits, definitely a fun place to be. Go check out karaoke on Tuesdays if you like that sort of thing. They also do lots of great entertainment. As the season goes on, it's going to be a great place to be. So we loved having you here. Thanks for tuning in. It is an excellent Friday morning. I'm Kimberly Perot, Mark Sassy out and about. We had Gretchen Pleshaw in studio this week, as well as Kevin Shields. Great team here at TV8 Vail. We've got a really exciting weekend ahead as well. So tune in tomorrow morning to catch up with Liz. I'm your host, Kimberly Perot, and I'll see you next time.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Are you looking for exciting and nutritious recipes to cook at home? Watch Colorful Cooking with Tracy Miller on TV8 Vail. Tracy brings you the best in fresh and healthy foods for the active outdoor lifestyle. Stream online at tv8vail.com or find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on 92.
Tune into Coffee with America and start your day in the right direction, where we go over the latest and greatest in health, lifestyle, entertainment, and more. Start your day off on Coffee with America.
Silky and Scott Show. We are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
Hi, Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
This show spotlights the latest innovations to create a greener planet. Join us next time as we explore new green ideas and present interesting green stories, and show you how some people are becoming real green.
You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Welcome to the Tech Show. I'm Sonia Vankar. This week we have hacks for saving money on electronics, hacks on sharpening scissors, and even hacks for eating kiwi. We have the latest tech news coming up, and later another gadget tries to take my money. All that and more coming up on the Tech Show. Now it's time for the latest. 10 days after a federal judge in Missouri banned the Biden administration from contacting tech companies about posts protected by the First Amendment, the White House is temporarily